second take, and this is Reiko, and I want to introduce you, Dr. Robert Eldridge, who is in charge of many research between Japan and American base and army and political issues. And so, Doctor, this time I want to talk about, Mr. Trump became a president of America, and we have been talking about what change will come. But some people, many right side people, not right side, I shouldn't say right side, but many many Japanese people who love Japan, actually support Trump. And strongly, like as if he's a hero or savior, and I can understand why they have this kind of tendency to support other countries' president more than Mr. Abe, you know. But how do you see this view and phenomenon that why those on the right in Japan supported Mr. Trump so much?
I think there are at least a couple reasons, maybe 3 or 4 reasons, but not being Japanese, I can't answer for certain what people think. But I think those that are on the right that are happy about a Trump victory and a Trump presidency may like it because they like to see a strong America, and when America's strong, Japan is strong. Is that feeling? So a strong alliance, strong foreign policy, strong economy. Everybody does better. Everybody prospers.
Right.
So from the context of a strong bilateral relationship, I think people are excited. So in contrast, maybe those people were unhappy during the Obama years because they saw him as a weak leader, and they saw the United States.
Very disappointed, in a way.
They could be, and maybe they see America, a country that they like and respect and have a close relationship with, having declined internationally during the Obama years. That could be one of their views. Other conservatives, I would think, and I've heard this mentioned before, they like the opportunities that a Trump presidency presents for Japan. So in other words, beginning in March last year, Mr. Trump started talking about Japan needs to do more and pay more for the U.S. military presence in Japan. And
otherwise we will go away.
Otherwise, he would remove the forces. And a lot of Japanese got excited about that in a positive way because they see U.S. forces as an occupying force. And if U.S. forces leave, then Japan has to be even further responsible for its own defense.
Well, in a way maybe right, in a way maybe wrong,
Right. And then he also alluded to the issue of nuclear weapons, and for those in Japan who would like Japan...
Should have nuclear weapons as well.
So there's some excitement about that, I think. And then maybe a third reason is that they like seeing a strong, vocal, take no prisoners, not afraid of being politically correct leader that they don't really see too much in Japan. So that idea of a strong leader, somebody who speaks his or her mind, I think they enjoyed seeing in Trump. So I think there are those people who like that. But I think there are also others who want to watch the administration carefully and not make judgments either way. So a little bit more calmly looking at it.
I see. Okay. So strong part or very strong message from Mr. Trump actually attacked, not attacked, but attract some conservative Japanese people's mind. That's what you mean, right?
Yes.
Okay. But that's not, that phenomenon is not only in Japan. Some, people in Russia strongly supported, president or new president of America, and it seems like he's a kind of, Trump is becoming a kind of hero, and the reason why. Well, this is my point of view. Okay, the reason why he's becoming a hero for some people is because he's trying to get back his own country from some very few people who actually rules America behind, and that's why some people really thinks or sees Mr. Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, maybe on the face of Mr. Trump. What do you think about that?
I do see some similarities in some ways. Not so much the personality per se, but the concern that Mr. Kennedy had about the ability of the people to control, the affairs of the country.
That's right.
And although the true reasons behind the assassination aren't fully understood, I do see some similarities that if Mr. Trump's life were in danger, I could see some.
Yes.
I could see some. I could see it being blamed on the anti-Trump protesters when in fact it might be another group that's working to undermine him.
Okay. Well, the most dangerous things that Kennedy tried to do that time was to actually get back the rights to create American currency, U.S. dollar currency, from the private bank to American government. And then he got, I shouldn't say killed, but he's banished, right? And then same thing is happening in Japan. I shouldn't say the name, but some Japanese politicians who loves Japan and who try to get back the currency or strong part of Japan from American control, and they all vanished.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Yes. All of a sudden, they die, or they can no longer stay in power. And the same things keep on happening in Japan and America, in both countries, which means, in a way, America and Japan are both victims under the people who rules America and who rules Japan through America, and then what do you think this point of view that if Mr. Trump may have an idea to rescue or save America or Japan or any other countries, maybe from the present ruler behind the scene, who controls American government and Japanese government from somewhere, and if he can be the person who can do that, I would say I really I don't know who is Mr. Trump, but I can see that he is like John F. Kennedy, and then I can see why he is so supported by many people.
Yeah, well, Mr. Trump's 70 years old, so he's seen a lot
Yeah.
in his lifetime, and that he's not aware of what you're saying.
Really?
That he's not aware of what you're saying would be hard to believe. So in other words, he's aware, I think, of what, but to what degree he's aware, I'm not sure. And how will he balance if he is aware of that, and he is interested in eliminating those influences, how he has to balance that with his donors and whatnot.
Right.
I think those that supported Bernie Sanders and some who supported Mr. Trump, very small minorities, are also aware of what you're talking about. But I don't think the average person is too much aware of it. And so the institutional duress that's placed on the American voter, I don't think they fully understand just how deep it is.
I see. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So now, next we want to talk about the Nihonbyo. Nihonbyo is Japanese, but Japanese disease. I'm not talking about all Japanese are disease, okay? Nihonbyo is something like English disease, like Eikokubyo, which is happening in the UK before. That when UK is going down and the economy is almost one step before to go bankruptcy, but many British people didn't work so hard, and they are still dreaming that they are the top of the world. But and they didn't work hard, and then the country going down and down and down, and in the world name it Eikokubyo. That's English disease, and the same thing happening in Japan right now, and then I name it Nihonbyo. Byo is disease, okay? Japan disease. And so next we want to talk about Nihonbyo, Japanese disease. Okay?